Okay, so I have been getting a lot of compliments on the wigs that I've been wearing, and they have been about how natural I've been able to make them look. And so I decided to share that knowledge with anyone who wants to know how I get my wigs to look so natural. So I'm going to show you guys what I do because I don't think that it needs to be a secret. I learned off of YouTube, and I think that, you know, um, everybody deserves to look fabulous. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it. Pretty simple, and then hopefully maybe you guys will be able to do it yourselves. So the first thing first, sometimes I start with my hair wet, sometimes it's dry. I haven't noticed a difference whatsoever when it comes to wearing a wig, whether my hair was dry or wet um, before. So whatever you guys decide to do, it's I haven't noticed a difference. So what I do to get it to look so natural, the one trick that I have is that I pull down about an inch of my natural hair from the top. I pull that out and I'll show you what I do with it later, but that's the first thing to do. So just a nice, however you decide to part it, that's fine because you can always change it. But this is just to get the first inch down. So I just, it's like a little headband. I just part it down, put the rest back. You can see it's just about an inch, maybe an inch and a half, a little some. And then I will do that around the rest of my head. So, well, not the rest of my head, excuse me. I will do that for the front of my head. So get this nice and straight. Right? And then once you have that, you can put it together. Hold it like this. Get that line nice and straight right here. Might have pulled a little too much down. Right? Perfect. Okay? So you can see that band in the front all the way around. Okay, it's just enough hair. And then you just tie this up. I like to roll it nice and tight because I will be using it later, of course. Okay, just put a little band in that. Bam, bam, bam. All right, so now that that's tied and out of the way, then the rest of my hair. What I do with this, what I've been doing with it, is just braiding it. It's a lot of hair, and it's not easy to just put it in a low bun for me because then I have a nice big knot at the back. And so I've been braiding my hair in two, and then twisting the sides of the loose hair up to the sides, and then it just gives me a nice flat but consistent on both sides level of hair. So I'll just part it down the middle. And if you don't know how to braid cornrow or French braid styles, that's fine too. I haven't done it myself, but I've seen people who have just put them into low pigtails here on the bottom of their head, just real low pigtails, and then just twisting or braiding the ends and then tying them up. But I like to braid, so I braid my hair. So I'll pin one side up so I can braid the other side. Again, whether you like it wet or dry, your hair, when it comes to you styling it, that's a preference. I think that's completely relevant to the person. Whatever you're comfortable with. I've done both. Like I said, they both work. I didn't feel like wetting my hair today when I showered, so yeah, it's going to be dry today. But I don't mind. It might take a little extra time just because I have to be careful not to just be yanking on my hair. But I mean, I am a little, I'm not tender-headed at all, so I don't mind a little tug here and there. as you can see. Okay. Okay, I'll get to the bottom. Braid this guy all the way down. You want to braid them all the way down. Right. Okay. Definitely want to invest in bobby pins because those are the business. I'll just put a bobby pin at the end just to hold it right now. Drop my comb. And then I do the other side. This probably takes the longest just because I want the base to look really good. If you can get, what I've learned is that if you can get the bottom, your foundation, your base, everything underneath the wig cap to be just right and as good as it can be, then that makes the wig wearing so much more of a much better experience. So, yeah. I don't mind taking my time getting this right because once I'm done with this, I can just bloop, bloop, put the wig right on and not worry about whether or not it's going to be slipping or does it look bumpy or whatever. I don't have to worry about all that. We're good to go. Okay, so it's one more nappy. Okay. Okay. And with these two now, you can see, just braid it down all the way. And I take my two ends and I just wrap them like this. One, like that. So that's how I'll be pinning it, right? And in the front, I'll take the pins, the bobby pins, and I like to put them going backwards so they don't get snagged in the wig when I slide them on. So I'm always sliding them down into the braid so that they're pinned, but they're not in the way once I need them. So pull this up, and then I pin it going down into the braid. So get that guy nice and snug. Oh, I think I messed him up. I did. Down. Okay. And it might feel like I mean, if this is how I was wearing it, yeah, it'd be nice and snug. But I like to put in a couple extra bobby pins just because well, I'm kind of an animated person, so I move my head a lot, and I don't want something to slip just because I didn't want to put in a couple extra bobby pins. So I'll put in a couple extra bobby pins, just uh with like maybe a few inches between the two, here and here. I've got them. And so like 3 inches, every 3 inches or so, I'll throw in another bobby pin just to secure it. Again, always going down away from the the natural flow of the wig. Okay, so now that we got those in and everything is secured and feeling good, I can start on the front. So now this, oh, I forgot I tied it in a knot. So this part right here is what is the trick. This is it. This is the bread and butter for show. I have my wig. This could be dependent, how you style this is dependent on what your wig looks like. So the wig that I'm wearing has a little curl to it. And so today, the one I'm wearing today has a little curl to it. And so I'm going to set my part where I want it, right? I like mine on the side. I like the side parts. There's a lot that like the down the middle, straight down the middle, and it works either way. Just part it wherever you feel, this side, in the middle, over on this side, wherever you would like your part. Set that. And then you will be styling this front part of your hair to match whatever wig you're going to be wearing. So I have wigs that are just natural, just straight. So I'll just put a flat iron to it. The one I'm wearing today has a curl. So I'm going to curl these. And I have like a naturally curly look. And so I don't have to do anything to my hair there. Oops. I don't have to do anything to my hair then because my hair is naturally curly. So I just pull it out and then start, then I just get it to match the wig. So this one I'm going to curl all my fronts of my hair. The best thing that works for me to hold whatever it is I'm trying to do to my hair, whether that's to be straight or to have this little curl, I use Cream of Nature, the Argan oil. You can see that. They say it's for perfect edges, which is great. Maybe for other people in their edges, I don't use them on my edges because I love my baby hairs and they're down a lot, but I don't use it for that. This is more of a hold for me. I don't like that to lay on my skin. It's just too thick. And so, yeah. So I do that, and as you can see, great curl, beautiful curl, exactly what I need, and it'll hold it. So I just put a little on my fingertips, just enough like that, and then I just run it through. I've learned that the most important parts in applying this are at the roots here to get that hold, and then my ends to make sure that they're not all fried. It holds the curl or the flat iron better, and it seems like it protects my hair from any heat damage. So yeah, it seems to really work for me like that. So I'll just throw a little curl in this one, right? So yeah, I mean, you can see I just do, there's no like exact science to this every single time. It's just curl your hair the way that you know how to do it, the way that you know how to hold it. And this right here, I do take my time on this as well. Oops, I just burned myself. Because this is what people see, and it's your natural hair. And so with this being on point as well, this is the selling point for my hair looking so natural with the wig. So, this part right here, I don't mind, taking the extra time to do this as well because, well, like I said, all this stuff that you do prior to putting the wig on is really going to set the foundation for the way that the wig actually comes out looking. So don't be afraid to invest some time in doing this or not rushing through it, because in the end it's going to be so worth it. It really is. I mean, I freaking love this stuff. And I love how great I can get it to look. So hold on, I don't like that going like that. I got too much hair. Pulled in too much hair. Again, the tips and the roots for me are like so important. So I try and get those exactly the way that I want them. So yeah, I don't mind taking my time. Drink a little coffee. Yep, get that nice and set. Perfect. And keep moving on. So grateful that it's not my full head that I have to do all this to. I have my hair is growing and it's growing healthy, and I've been growing it out for about 3 years now. And, it's down to the bottom of my shoulder blades when it's straight. So that's great, but I was tired of having to do this to my entire head if I wanted a different look, especially having such curly hair that I have. It was just really damaging and time consuming, and it would take away from the other things that I was trying to do, like put together a good outfit or finish doing my makeup. I only have so much time, to get ready, and so I would just leave my hair as, curly. And I'm grateful that I have curly hair, because that's a style in and of itself. But I mean, a girl likes to do something different every now and again. And so the wigs really come in, because this cuts my time. Oh my gosh. Can't even tell you how much time I save just doing this, the front, putting some braids in real quick. What, took like 3 minutes for me to do that? All but 3 minutes. And then, putting some touches on this might take 10, 15 minutes, if that. And boom, I can throw my wig on and have a head full of hair that looks exactly the way I want it to. It's worth it. To me, it's worth it. Somebody who really enjoys getting ready or freshening themselves up, this is something that you could totally just incorporate into what, your normal habits, your normal hygiene habits, because it's going to give you the results that you're looking for, because it can be whatever you want. I have wigs, I have blonde wigs, I have short wigs, I have long wigs, I have curly wigs, straight wigs, curly, like with a curling iron type of wigs. It's just, they're so much fun and they're so convenient. I think everybody should at least try them. Just to see. I mean, it might surprise you. At first I thought, oh no, it was really taboo. Oh, it's fake hair. And I was really judgmental of it. And then I don't have to be. I have hair. I have my own hair. It's great. I love it. And there's no shame in it. There's no shame whatsoever. So what? It's not just the famous rich people that get to do this. You can do it too if you want. And if not, that's cool too. I just want to show you how easy it is to actually get what you're looking for without having to worry, oh, how am I going to be able to do this? You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay. Gotta get a little of the curl out first before I put this ring in it. anything fancy. Nothing fancy. What is this, a Con? Oh, it's a Revlon. This is like a $15 curling iron right here. Nothing fancy at all. And yeah, so this is DIY all day. All freaking day. All right. This is my last piece. It's my biggest piece. That's the one that everybody's going to be seeing for sure. So I want that to come out looking exactly the way I want it to. I don't like having those like untouched parts of your hair that's not matching the rest, or I don't know. I'm just real particular about that. So I'll do this one again to make sure that it gets the hold that I want it to have for as long as I want it to have. I'm going to be wearing my wig today for about out and about for about 7 hours. So I'm not saying that it's going to hold this exact look. I mean, if you guys know how to do that, that's great too. But I'm not trying to put all kinds of products in my hair just to get it to hold. Not worried about all that. It's not that serious for me. But if it is for you, good for you. Do what you need to do. And yeah, so that's that. All right. You can see I got that hair part done. And bam, and it might look a little crazy, but then I'm going to throw my wig on and it's going to look great. So let me go get my wig and I will show you how I comb it and then put it on my head. Okay, so this is my wig, the wig that I'll be wearing today. Like I said, it has these soft curls in it. So, and it is not a lace front. And they did not come with hair clips. This was one of the first wigs that I bought. Yeah. I definitely recommend you guys spending the extra money to get higher quality wigs, just because you don't have to do all this other stuff to make it look the way you want it to look. So yeah, they didn't have the clips on the inside, these combs on the inside, which hold it in place. So I just hot glued them on. Like these were $1 at the Dollar Tree. Hot glued them on. You can't even tell the difference. I have it sized to what I want at the bottom. So yeah, and it's got a nice little wave to it, which I love. I like to give it a quick little comb, nothing too like treacherous right before I put it on. There's certain ways that you can comb your wig. You could put it upside down, right? Comb it like this. This is the recommended way to comb your wigs upside down with a big comb, so you're not pulling out all kinds of hair. But yeah, it's just good because a combed wig makes it just look more sleek. And so yeah, I'll just comb a little bit. You can see I got, well, maybe you can't, but there's a couple of little ratted parts right here. Just quick little through. And then rotate it down, just give it a nice little comb through here so that when I put it on, I don't have to mess with it too much. That's the great thing about having wigs, is you can get it set to what you want by looking at it from every angle and not have to be worried about if the back looks good or what does it look like or did you miss a part. This is what it's set to. It's great. Okay, so yes, I've combed through it just a little bit, all sides, through the length of it. Okay, and then, God, there's this one little knot right here. Geez, little weight. So, okay, that's better. And then, right, I'll pull it together because I don't like having any of this loose hair that I just combed through. Shouldn't be too much that you pull out, just because, well, this signifies your low quality of hair in the product. So yeah, be careful because you might be losing this kind of hair. And I'm just not happy about that. But that's lower quality. I've gotten some better quality wigs now, and that I don't lose that much hair from them. Okay, so, but this is my favorite wig. Ironic, right? Like the things that are not our best of quality tend to be our favorite items, like those sweats or that ratty t-shirt that you wear every single freaking night. Yeah, I'm definitely one of those people. Okay, get this last bit of hair off. Okay, and so how you put the wig on, once you get it looking the way that you want it to look, which I've gotten mine to look the way I want it to look, how you do this, it's pretty simple, right? So what you want to do is flip your wig upside down. Make sure you size it right the way that you want it, because it needs to fit your head. Every head is different, every size is different. So they have the little elastic bands where you can put them in, and you grab the back of it. Where those elastic bands usually meet, it's a good place. And you're just going to grip it. So you're just going to grip it kind of tough, because you're going to put your head, let me turn to the side, you're going to put your head at the front of it on the forehead, okay? So you get it the way you want it, right? Grip it, the head of it goes in, right? And then you pull the other part down over your braids, and then you flip it back. And when you see it at first, you're like, oh my God, because it's all set wrong. So you're gonna fix it by picking it up, getting your hair out, right? I had my hair, this is why I like the braids, because then nothing gets caught. And then I pull my hair out from the sides, right? Boop, boop. Oh, my comb got this hair, which is just fine, okay? And you want to slide those combs into your braids, because those combs are going to hold the wig in its place. So once you get your hair down, which I got it all down, you move your combs into your braids. I can't show you that because, well, it's under the thing. But anyways, and then you get your piece and you feel around. You just get it the way that you want it to fit on your head, really is how I do it. There's no special way. I just do it until I like it and it sits right. See, this is where the braids help, because when it sits on my head, it sits even on both sides, because I've braided it and given an equal amount of hair to each side. So I don't have to worry about whether or not it's going to fit right, right? Okay, and so I got my hair. I got my little curls down. I have to do that again, but your curls, your front part of your hair, you want that to blend with your wig. You know, sometimes your wig doesn't match your hair exactly, like mine doesn't. Mine's like a lighter brown compared to this black, but that's not really noticeable. You can't really see that. And so I'm not too concerned about that at all. But I do want my hair to like blend in with it, because I want it to look as real as possible. And so, I'll bring some hair to the front and just twist some of my hair in with the wig, and get it to set the way that I like it. But as you can see, it blends in so well that you just kind of see curls. You don't really see necessarily a separation of them, right? And so then your hair becomes a part of you. And I put some finishing touches on my look by drawing down my baby hairs. So like I said, I love my baby hairs, and this is the final touch that I always use. And this right here adds to that selling point I was talking about. with it making it look so real and so natural. So I use conditioner on my baby hairs because that's what I feel is the most safe to be putting on my skin, and it's not damaging to my baby hairs at all. It's conditioner. I put literally like nothing on my fingertip and then lay my baby hairs down with it. And before it dries, I try and set it the way I want it, right? So I'll get my comb and just comb it to whatever you like. Some use soft brushes for this. As you saw the first time, I'll use soft brush to pull it down, but to style it, I use my comb, line it up however you like. And then if you need any more like adhesive, I use the conditioner, just put a little more on it. And because it's conditioner, it's water-based, so I can just lick it and continue to add to it. It's malleable, it's safe, it smells great, and it does the job. It holds my baby hairs firm and sharp, and it looks great. Okay. Something I forgot to mention at the beginning of this, which is really, really important, is that I get everything ready before. I put on my makeup, however that's going to look for the day. I do all that first. I put my contacts in, I do my makeup, and then I start on my hair. And the reason for that is because when you get this all on, if you start messing, I've learned that if I start messing with my makeup, then it gets into my hair, and that is hard to like just move around. And this is really what makes this so easy to do, to have a wig, is because you can do everything else. It's the last step. Like putting my wig on, that took like 2.5 minutes to actually just put it on. You know, it's all the work that I put in underneath it that makes it so easy to do and makes it so quick. But now I have long hair, you know, that's to the middle of my back. It's straight. It looks the way I want it to look. And I don't have to damage my hair to do it. And there's people who put on wig caps. So I don't put wig caps on anymore because I finally went into a beauty salon that, you know, specializes in wigs, and they were telling us, they told me that that they really use that for sanitation purposes. But once you get a personal wig, you don't have to wear a wig cap. Some people prefer it, but all of the things that they said I could avoid with wearing a wig cap, which was that it slides off, and once my wig cap is sliding off, my whole wig will come off with it, and it's extremely hot, and I can't, like, my head can't breathe after that, and if I'm outside or whatever, and it gets hot, it just adds to it. So I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I go through.